Hello, everybody. This is the Pure Dark Phoenix, and welcome to our next Let's Play, Toukiden, Age of Demons slash Kiwami. There's a reason for this. I did give you guys a hint about what our next Let's Play was going to be in the last video. Also, guys, in the description, that last video, which was obviously our first finale for Liza P. That took me about 5 days to upload onto YouTube. I did put it into the description. I'm literally using mobile data to record stuff like this because I've got no Wi-Fi, so it might take me a bit to try and upload. But this is a two-part game, so there's one story and there's another, and it's linked obviously to the other stories. In this first video, though, we're going to do just a little bit of the basic stuff. It might end up being a short video, but that's only because I do have a save file that's got stuff from the Save the Age of Demons game, and you can only get certain stuff from the Age of Demons content and it can't be transferred. Well, you can't easily get it from the Kiwami version, so you have to do Age of Demons, get all the DLC or whatever from there, then transfer it over to Kiwami, and then carry it over to the save file. I'll show you guys at some point in the video where we're going to do a new game. And I'm not going to call this one Dark Phoenix, by the way. I'm going to call this one Damon. Male hairstyle. This shouldn't really matter much, but I'm just going to get it as close as I can. And the main difference between Age of Demons and Kiwami is quite literally the weapons, along with a few other things, but mainly the weapons. So, like in Age of Demons, you get the sword, the knives, the spear, the gauntlets, chain and sickle, and the bow. And then thanks to the Kiwami, essentially advanced version or deluxe edition version of it, you get the club, the naginata, and the rifle. I have played the game with the rifle. It's alright, but I mainly use the sword and the knives, although I will try and use the naginata as well. But the first weapon we're going to start off with is the sword. By the way, they're talking about us. Also, guys, I'm gonna say this now. This is not the first time of me playing this. I've played and completed this game in terms of story-wise twice. First time I think was with the rifle and then I swapped to the sword. And then the second time I think I used the sword and then swapped to the I used the knives and then I swapped to the sword. Right, open our eyes with options, surprisingly. Ouch. God damn it. Damn it. I really wish that didn't happen. There we go with that. Go forth, Slayer. Hold on one moment. But yeah, guys, I've completed this twice. I've enjoyed it both times. First time I played it when I was very, very young, like secondary school young. So for those of you in UK secondary school, those of you not UK or Europe, I guess you could say that would be classified as high school. And then I played it when I got older, like wow older. So like when I was 23 to 24, so the age I am right now. And I've still enjoyed it. Although when I was older, well, technically 20 to 23, I understood the game a bit more. Right. So we can display our headgear here. I am not going to for the time being because I don't really like the headgear. I am going to actually not switch to anything yet. There's a reason for that part, mate. Right, we've got. I don't think we've got anything in it. Oh no, yeah. This is what it is. What we've got to do. Right. Right. Can we just skip all of this, please? Oh yeah. Before I forget to mention, guys, the kind of weapon that we are using in terms of sword is, I believe, called an odachi, if I'm not mistaken, because of its long size, and of course the way how they make the game work with it is that for the character to easily draw it is that they don't need to draw it properly. They just need to yank it out of its sheath somehow. I think I don't know if you can see it in here or in the icon, which I find very strange and unique. Let's just say that. But yeah, um, Jesus. Oh yeah. I know I said I completed this game twice. I have, but I completed it on the PS Vita, so the visuals for me are actually going to be different. So I'm not used to these visuals, or actually these controls. Believe it or not. But right, there is an item somewhere around here. There. That's going to be used. The ancient coin's going to be useful to just sell. Moment. God damn it. Minamoto no Yorimitsu. Moment. Right, we do want to sell the ancient coin because it's not worth anything other than to be sold. Oh, we recognize this one a bit. This was actually who we was using in the tutorial. Minamoto no Yorimitsu. And he's also one of the people that was talking to us before we entered the dream battle or the tutorial area. Hold on. Hold on. Ugh. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Right. What we are going to do, we're going to head off home. And, well, we are going to save. Right. Mitama. Summer's outfit, Veki's outfit, Tenko gloves, Ichimon Jimari, Oda Nobu Nyaga. Oh, no, yeah, Nobu. Oh, no, Bun Yaga. And then Suji Fumi. Yeah, we're going to get all these, and plus I love all this as well. Oh, I didn't realize that part. But we are going to save. We are going to return to the main menu, yes. We are going to download, because it should be on here. Oh, no, don't do this to me. No. Data sharing, download, come on. I'm begging you. Yes. No, yes. Yes, this one. So, we are going to download this file. There was a reason for this. And, yeah, both of them are going to be the same. Let me just see which one's which. Yes. So, we're going to, if I can delete that one. I don't think I can. We are going to play with this daemon file, the one that's got the 12 minutes from now on. There is reasons for this. So, see, this is the actual setup we're going to be using, but I am going to change the hairstyle of it. I am going back to this one. So this is the reason why you want to get the Age of Demon stuff first. So you've got a PS Vita, use it. Buy one if you have to. So obviously you still get the same stuff, but the reason why is because you get the royal stuff from. It's a specific game I cannot remember. The Tenko mask and the cat ears, along with. I think that's pretty much it. But there's another reason why. let's go to our Mitamas. So Minato Yorimitsu, we got Momotaro and Nijimaye. That's the reason why, because in the Age of Demons, you can only get them in that. You can only get the DLC for them because these two are DLC for them in that specific game. But you can transfer them over to Kiwami. But also, thanks to what we've got over here, Yamato's outfit, which I didn't know we was gonna get. Horo's outfit, Soma's outfit, Reki's outfit, Tenko gloves, Ichimonjimari, which we already know about, along with obviously Nobunyaga or Nobunyaga. How would you want to say that? I don't actually know how to say that. It would be better to say Nobunyaga. Some soul steel, which is nice to have. Pure soul steel, exalted soul steel. Yamato's outfit in white, surprisingly. Rin's outfit. Hatsuo's only mask. And I believe that's pretty much it. So, let's see what these things look like. So, first of all, a lot of the times I will start off with Ichimonji for mainly renewable, also because it takes a while to level up. But you can also start off with Minato no Yorimitsu, Tenko mask, Hatsuo's only mask right here, and then you've got Yamato's outfit, Soma's outfit, and then Yamato's outfit in white. I don't see the point of that. Can we use... Oh, yeah. Rin's outfit, by the way, which we cannot see, unfortunately. But that's if you're... Well, that's because we're not female. This Let's Play, guys, we are going to be using a mixture between the the knives, the swords, and the Naganatas. We're going to try and... Well, we might use the Naganatas if we really want to. People are like, oh, just use Naganatas... Just use the Naganata straight off the bat. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that straight off the bat. But we are going to focus using the longsword for the time being. And before anything, we might as well have a go look at the other... Well, introduce ourselves to the others. Tatara. So Tatara, like Oka said, he's our smiths. So you've got the unnamed sword, and you've got the blaze sword, which are nice, along with making a few other armors. This is the shop, so you can buy other weapons as you get your patronage up. So ideally, what you want to do technically as well is, stuff that you can use to sell to make a lot of money. Sell it to him instead of just doing what I did. I did it to start off with because why not? Shikimi. I don't need to ask her, blah, blah, blah. So, Shikimi, or however you want to say her name, is used to upgrade your Mitamas. If you've got the Haku, which is the name of the currency in the game, you can upgrade them. So up to max. Also, the difference between the two versions of the game is, I believe, Age of Demons and between Age of Demons and Kiwami is Kiwami got, I think, this one, I might be incorrect, and this one in terms of their types, I cannot remember what each type stands for. I think SPC means special, PLC means plan or whatnot. I'm not too sure. And then there's two more, which is called, I think, support and luck. So they get 4 in total, 4 extra ones, along with the 3 extra, along with the 3 extra along with the 3 extra weapons. Also, guys, if I'm really feeling up for it as well after I've done the second part of the story, because I am doing this as 2 segments, so I am going to record the first story, and then I'm going to go to a different game, and then go back to the second game. you know, guys, I've done this before. You like you see me do it before with Guardi to one and another. Hmm. Damn right I will. Damn right I'll become something special. Chapter 1, Guardian of the Eyes of Truth. Right, before we do anything, that's if I'm able to do anything. We are going to actually have a look at something else. If I can. I don't know if this one's going to show it properly. Oh, wait. Yes, it is. I think, maybe. Yep. Oh god, I love that. Right, yeah, so that's to show which version of the game we are playing first. Which is the first story, Age of Demons. Wait, I think I've got enough time to fight one more fight. I do not have the gold for it. Well, I do for the lower one, but I am not doing that lower one. Alright. Right, we are going to do the Blazing Souls for this. And off we go. Oh yeah, also, that's another thing. So, something that it's never talked about, but yeah, it's never talked about, but it really should. Because Minamoto, no, because actually, it's Yori Mitsu's actual name is because Japanese slash Chinese figures reverse the names. Because he's from the age that we're currently in, all of his abilities gain like an extra use. So it's like it's really worth it if you try and make the teams, well, not the teams, the Mitamas match their respective age, well, time period age, I guess you could say. So the age of chaos, age of war, age of peace, age of whatever, etc. Because it will allow you to get more uses out of stuff. Well, mate. Also, this ally that we've got with us is Oka. She was with us in the first mission. Her Mitama is focused primarily on defense, so basically mainly being a tank. There is a co-op mode to this, by the way, but you don't get to play the story properly as a co-op. It's a more of a um, specified co-op missions that you can do. Knowing what allies to use, by the way, is gonna help you. But I say knowing what allies to use, knowing what allies is ideal for each area is going to be ideal to know, so that it can make the levels a lot more easier for you. A majority of the time, I'm gonna possibly spend using attacking type Mitamas. However, though, there is another gimmick to this, and it's linked to the weapons. Believe it or not. As we get better weapons, or as we upgrade our weapons, we are going to be able to equip more than one Mitama, which is gonna be very very nice. The more Mitamas that you equip, the better, because well, see, the more Mitamas we can equip, the better, because that means we can gain certain passive skills and benefits and whatnot. Also, a unique thing compared to Kiwami, unlike Age of Demons, is once you've mastered a Mitama, you will gain something known. You'll be a. It will show that it's been mastered, and you'll be able to equip certain passives. However, this is not going to be until later on into the game, and I mean later on, like very later on into the game. Of course, the best way I can describe this is, well, not even describe the way how to play this is play it to your best strengths. Don't play it to the way how I play it. If you say like want to use, say like for example, the Naginata as an example, but you want to use healing because there is the healing type Magatama here. Mitama. There are healing type Mitamas in this game. Then go for it. If you want to say like, which I would advise, which is not advise, which I think is a good combo, use the gauntlets, but you want to use the defense Mitamas. That's also a good combo because the gauntlets is the only weapon I know to defend, well, add a guard mechanic to it. But yeah, like it's basically the first chapter, which the first segment which we're playing is more about getting a variety of Mitamas so you know what your play style is like. And we are going to return. Thanking you. Another thing is, I would advise trying to do all as many non-important missions and important missions, so that you know what to do and how to do it. Oh, yeah. Also, your meat armors will upgrade slash level up as you do missions. So the way how you do it properly is you come to Shikimi. If like as you just saw, Minato no Yorimitsu. If his gauge is at max, you activate it and he'll upgrade. Or like I said, you can use Haku to max them out. It's not ideal to do it early game, but late game you can. And he's gonna be talking about doing requests or quests. They're not the same as the missions. They are completely different. Yes, I'll give you 60 Haku. Right. We still cannot create anything. Also, another thing is looking at your necessary materials, kind of remembering what you need slash not, and remembering if they need certain things. Also, this is the best way I'm going to be able to show it. So as you can see, both the long sword and the unnamed sword have got decent attack and precision, obviously. And when you go to the blaze sword, it has no precision. That's because the blaze sword is a fire-based element. From what I can understand from the game is if a weapon's got an element onto it, it takes off the precision, which precision is normally used. Well, there's some weapons that use precision. For example, there's some weapons that use precision very highly. So examples would be like the long spear, the spear, the gauntlets, the heavy clubs, the clubs I mean, and the rifles. Those are just like I think something to do with timing or something like that. But you won't really need to use them. And like I said, so by landing attacks on an Oni, your competitive equipment will increase. When your competitor reaches maximum level, you can fortify the equipment up to 9 times. Equipment is more effective when it's fortified. Also, fortifying weapon can sometimes lead to the appearance of more sockets for meat armors equipped in secondary slots. Do not affect your battle skills, but you are able to use their boosts. This is the thing I was telling you guys just not long ago. So, if I had the snake skin, by the way, I'd be able to make the master sword. Same with the jewel knives, I think. I don't think I've got the ability to do that yet, but we'll just upgrade that for now. Field spear, etc. Also, as you can see at the bottom here, you can see what you can craft from the paths by looking at the results. Once you've already crafted it into that result, you cannot craft it anything else. You have to enhance it, but you do learn more capabilities as you advance through the story. Anything else? The thing that we spoke to was the guardian tree, by the way. This thing over here. This thing it's okay. It will just give you a random item after each mission, and then which can sometimes be helpful, sometimes not. To make some very good pieces of equipment, you do need something called the Mask of the Eyes of Truth, or something like that, or the Eyes of Truth Mask, or whatever it's called, or Eye of the Awakening. I cannot remember the name off the top of my head. Especially if you want to make the cutscene weapons, and there is a certain type of weapon that you can make as well called the personal weapons. What are they? They are the characters. These are the characters' weapons. So, for example, Oka's weapon is called the Shizuka blade, I think, or the Shizuka sword. If you get the correct items, granted you have to get quite far into the game, you'll be able to craft it and basically build her sword. But anyway, guys, that's actually going to be it for the first video of this Let's Play. fairly long videos. Well, fairly long video. I'm going to make these videos as long as possible as I can. I might have to skip some cutscenes if I'm running short on time, but hopefully I don't need to do that much. But anyway, guys, leave a like if you like the video, dislike the video, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.